Hello, Immortal News family, and welcome back to our channel. In the last 24 hours, we have received the somber news of the passing of extraordinary talents, and today's episode is dedicated to honoring their memory. Before we start, we kindly ask for your support. If this video or the legacies of these remarkable individuals have touched your life, please consider giving this video a thumbs up as a sign of respect and remembrance. Thank you. Number 5. I played a kid who nobody believed. Until they did, Jimmy Hunt once said, recalling his role in the sci-fi classic Invaders from Mars. That single line reflects the wonder, heart, and honesty he brought to the screen. Jimmy Hunt, beloved childhood star of the 1950s, has passed away at the age of 85. He died peacefully following a short illness. Hunt first captured hearts as David McClane in the 1953 film Invaders from Mars. His wide-eyed performance as a boy trying to warn adults of an alien invasion became one of the most iconic child roles of the era. He was only a teenager, but his sense of realism and deep emotion made him unforgettable. His talent shone through in films like Sorry, Wrong Number, Pitfall, Cheaper by the Dozen, and Weekend with Father. Audiences loved his sincerity, and he became a recognizable face on screen alongside fellow stars like Gigi Perreault. Though he stepped away from Hollywood by age 14, Jimmy's impact never faded. Decades later, he returned for a special role in the 1986 remake of Invaders from Mars, the only actor to appear in both versions. His presence served as a touching bridge between generations of fans. Beyond the spotlight, Jimmy was a devoted family man. He married Roswitha Theresia Yeager in the early 1960s, and together they raised 3 children. Friends remember him as warm, kind, and deeply grounded in values that mattered most. Following news of his passing, tributes poured in across social media. Fellow actors, film historians, and longtime admirers remembered a man whose childhood performances shaped the golden age of cinema, and whose influence still echoes in sci-fi and family films today. He reminded us what it was like to see the world through a child's eyes, wrote one colleague. That's a gift many never lose, and Jimmy never did. Jimmy Hunt is survived by his wife Roswitha, their 3 children, and countless fans whose memories he helped shape. He may have left the screen early, but the stories he helped tell live on. Tributes to Jimmy Hunt. Number 4. Malcolm's warmth and brilliance lifted every room. He leaves behind a legacy of excellence and compassion. With hearts heavy and memories full, the world says goodbye to Malcolm-Jamal Warner, who passed away at 54. A life full of purpose, creativity, and care ended too soon when he tragically drowned while swimming in Costa Rica. From the moment he stepped into the spotlight as Theo Huxtable, Malcolm captured hearts. At just 14, he lit up screens as the quick-witted, relatable brother in one of television's most impactful families. That role didn't just make him a star, it marked the beginning of a career devoted to authenticity and growth. His Emmy nomination for that role made him the youngest in history to be recognized in that category, but he was never content to stay in one lane. Malcolm brought depth and heart to every part he played, from Malcolm McGee to Dr. Alex Reed. He wore many hats: actor, director, poet, musician, and advocate. His Grammy win for Jesus Children showed the power of his voice far beyond television. Behind the camera, he directed episodes of beloved shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Sesame Street, lifting others' stories with the same care he gave his own. He didn't just perform, he guided, mentored, and championed causes that mattered. His work in AIDS awareness and education carved out spaces for vital conversations. Known by peers as thoughtful and grounded, Malcolm stood out for his quiet strength. Raised by his mother Pamela in Jersey City, he honored his roots, his namesakes Malcolm X and Ahmad Jamal, and his journey through steady dedication. He treasured his family life, especially the joy of fatherhood, which he fiercely protected from the public eye. Though private, his love for those closest to him was constant and strong. His friends and fans alike remember him for his intellect, kindness, and calm presence. His work lives on, not only in award-winning performances, but in the people he inspired and the doors he opened. As the world reflects on Malcolm-Jamal Warner's remarkable life, his words, music, and legacy continue to resonate. Tributes to Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Number 3. Television became a stage for magic because of Gary, said one colleague. He didn't just produce shows. He created moments that people carried with them for a lifetime. Gary Smith, the Emmy-winning television producer who helped shape primetime entertainment for more than 60 years, has passed away at the age of 90. He died peacefully on July 18th after a short illness, surrounded by close family. With a visionary eye and tireless dedication, Gary turned live television into an art form. He helped define America's favorite specials, from musical tributes to iconic awards shows. Starting his career as an art director at CBS in the 1950s, Gary quickly stood out. His early work on programs like The Judy Garland Show revealed a rare talent. In the bustling world of 1960s musical variety shows, he brought unforgettable performances by legends like the Supremes, the Rolling Stones, and Sonny and Cher to television screens across the country. His groundbreaking partnership with director Dwight Hemian in the 1970s elevated event television to new heights. Together, they produced Paul McCartney's first TV special, Bette Midler's spirited debut, and the final televised performances of Elvis Presley and Bing Crosby. These were not just programs, they were cultural bookmarks. Gary's mark extended to the Tony Awards, the Emmys, and beloved reunions like the Mary Tyler Moore Show. He also helped launch the AFI's 100 Years to Film series, sparking national conversations on cinema and storytelling. Across his career, Gary earned 8 primetime Emmys and over 30 nominations, but recognition alone never defined him. He was known as a generous mentor, a supportive colleague, and a champion of young talent. He also gave back, deeply involved in causes such as Share, Inc., always lending his skills to create meaning beyond the screen. His family described him beautifully. He brought artistry, innovation, and elegance to an era of TV that celebrated variety, spectacle, and unforgettable moments. Gary is survived by his loving wife Maxine, their twin sons Jake and Zach, his children Daisy, Doug, and Sam, and 5 adored grandchildren. Private services will be held soon, with a public memorial to follow in September. His creative spirit, warmth, and legacy will be missed by all whose lives he touched. Tributes to Gary Smith. Number 2, they don't make them like Trevor anymore, wrote longtime colleague Chris Moore, a sentiment echoed across newsrooms and studios this week. Trevor Green, the beloved voice of Northwest Broadcasting, passed away peacefully at the age of 74 after a short illness that led to breathing complications. His loss was felt across generations of broadcasters and viewers who came to know his steady voice and warm presence. For nearly 5 decades, Trevor shaped the stories of the region. As a key figure on Granada Reports, he brought clarity, compassion, and credibility to living rooms every evening. Earlier, at Piccadilly Radio, he won over thousands with intelligence, wit, and genuine care for the communities he served. His career was built not just on talent, but on trust. After stepping away from Granada Reports in 2006, Trevor didn't slow down. He launched the consultancy Vision Impact, using his media experience to guide others. Later, he brought the same level of heart and skill to his work at Cheshire East Council. But Trevor's true gift was found beyond the headlines, in the kindness he showed to colleagues, the mentoring he offered to young journalists, and the lasting friendships he built over the years. His wife Joanne, speaking after his passing, said, "I've lost my soulmate and feel rather at sea, but we were blessed with so much time to reminisce and shape his wishes." Trevor was a man people looked up to, not just for his professionalism, but for his heart. He made people feel seen and stories feel real, and he never forgot why journalism mattered. Survived by his wife and a wide circle of friends, Trevor leaves behind a legacy not only of storytelling but of sincerity. His impact, both on camera and far beyond it, will remain etched in the memories of those he touched. Tributes to Trevor Green. What's trending on the internet? News 1. What a reminder of how precious every moment is. Over the weekend in TodaY, Australia, a 4-year-old girl was playing in her backyard, simply enjoying a day of childhood, when a palm tree unexpectedly fell. While emergency responders and her family did everything possible, this gentle soul sadly passed away before reaching the hospital. An 11-year-old boy was also there and was treated for injuries, but is expected to recover. Moments like these remind us all to cherish time with our loved ones and to hold close the spirit of innocence and joy children bring to the world. The TodaY community is honoring her memory, and our thoughts go out to everyone touched by this heartbreaking loss. She will always be remembered for the light she brought into her short but meaningful life. News 2. If you've ever traveled to a far-off place, you know how meaningful those memories can be. Today we want to gently remember Justin Todd Henry, a 35-year-old from Maine, whose adventurous spirit led him all the way to Thailand. Justin was enjoying a vacation with loved ones, soaking in the sights and sounds of a new country, when tragedy unexpectedly struck. He passed away after a fall from a hotel balcony in Thailand. Though his trip was meant to be relaxing and joyful, this sudden loss has left both his family and the traveling community deeply saddened. Those who knew Justin speak of his kind heart, his love for exploration, and the joy he brought to moments both big and small. In times like these, it's important to reflect on the lasting impact one life can have. Justin's memory reminds us all to cherish every moment, hold our families close, and find wonder in the world, just as he did. May his adventurous soul inspire others to keep exploring, loving, and celebrating the beautiful journey of life. News 3. Here's a story that's sure to touch the hearts of music lovers everywhere. Beloved piano man singer Billy Joel, now 76, is keeping spirits high after sharing news about his health. Billy recently revealed he's been diagnosed with normal pressure hydrocephalus, a treatable brain condition that sometimes affects older adults. While it's brought some balance and hearing challenges, Billy says, in his own uplifting words, "I feel fine." He even joked that living with the condition feels a bit like constantly being on a boat. Classic Billy humor shining through. After decades of unforgettable performances, including his incredible 10-year residency at New York's Madison Square Garden, Billy has put touring on pause to focus on his health. Fans everywhere are wishing him well and sharing their gratitude for the timeless music he's given the world. Billy Joel's journey is being celebrated in a brand new HBO documentary, launching a fresh wave of appreciation for his storied career. As always, he continues to inspire fans young and old with his resilience, optimism, and legendary music. Billy's outlook reminds us that a positive spirit and good music truly never go out of style. News 4. What a touching reminder of the bonds that hold families and communities together. This week, people in Eustis, Florida, are reflecting on the life of Monica Islam, a 44-year-old mother whose kindness and spirit touched so many around her. Monica moved to Eustis from Bangladesh just a few years ago, creating a new life alongside her daughter and serving her neighbors as a cashier at a local convenience store. Always ready with a smile, she was known for her warmth and her dedication, helping everyone she could. After being reported missing, Monica's journey ended far too soon, and her loss is deeply felt, especially as families gather for Mother's Day, a time when her loving presence would have been so treasured. As her daughter and community work closely with local authorities, there's an outpouring of heartfelt support and remembrance. Monica's legacy remains one of care, resilience, and the power of family. As the investigation continues, her story brings neighbors together, reminding us to look out for one another and to cherish every moment with the people we love. Monica Islam will be remembered for the love and kindness she shared, and her light will continue to inspire all who knew her. News 5. What an emotional day in Dhaka, Bangladesh, as the entire nation is coming together following a tragic event at Milestone School and College. Earlier today, a Bangladesh Air Force training jet crashed into the campus while classes were in session, and officials have confirmed that at least 20 people, including the pilot, sadly lost their lives. More than 100 others, mostly students, were injured in the incident, and emergency responders rushed to help, with parents and local residents doing all they could in those critical moments. Authorities say a full investigation is underway, and Bangladesh's interim leader Muhammad Yunus has expressed his deep sorrow and declared a day of mourning to honor those affected. In the face of heartbreak, the community's response has also shown remarkable courage and unity, people carrying the injured to safety and loved ones comforting one another. Milestone School and College, a home to nearly 2,000 students, will forever remember this day, not only for the loss, but for the outpouring of care and support that followed. As we keep these families in our thoughts, the legacy of love and resilience in the Dhaka community shines as a beacon of hope through this difficult time. News 6. What a testament to courage and community spirit we've seen on the waters off Indonesia's North Sulawesi. Just this past Sunday, the KM Barcelona 5 ferry, on a regular voyage from Melonguani port to Manado, caught fire near Talise Island, sending thick black smoke into the sky and panic through more than 500 passengers on board. Among them were families, the elderly, and even a 2-month-old baby. Despite the chaos, with the ferry engulfed in flames and passengers leaping into the sea, rescue teams, Coast Guard vessels, and even local fishermen rushed to the scene. Their fast and fearless actions saved over 560 lives, an astonishing show of teamwork in the face of disaster. The emotional rescue saw survivors pulled from the sea and brought to safety on nearby islands, while onlookers held their breath for updates, hoping for miracles. There was heartbreak too, as 3 lives were lost, and our thoughts are with those families. Yet even in tragedy, there was hope. A 2-month-old baby, initially feared lost, was revived after rescue, reminding everyone of the power of compassion and quick action. As the sun set over Indonesia's vast islands, communities came together, comforted survivors, and honored every hero who played a part. Stories like this remind us that no matter where we are, acts of bravery and kindness are never far away. Today we salute those resilient survivors, the tireless rescuers, and everyone who turned tragedy into a story of hope and humanity. News 7. Sometimes the strongest hearts belong to the smallest among us. In Monticello, Georgia, a heartfelt community vigil is shining hope and love on 6-year-old Axel, who is courageously facing a non-treatable form of cancer. Axel's family recently learned his illness has spread rapidly, and doctors have recommended hospice care to ensure his comfort at home, surrounded by those who love him most. As friends, neighbors, and caring strangers gather tonight at Monticello Baptist Church, the outpouring of compassion and prayers speaks volumes. Axel's family has shared how deeply grateful they are for the support during this unimaginably tough time, and they're focused on cherishing every moment together. Stories like Axel's remind us of the power of community, togetherness, and kindness. This young boy's bravery and the love shown by so many will always be remembered and cherished. Tonight, Monticello stands united in love, celebrating Axel's beautiful spirit and the hope he inspires in all of us. Number 1. She taught us to love ourselves louder. Those words, shared by a fan online, capture the heart of Preta Gil's journey. A creative force, loving soul, and fearless voice, Preta Gil passed away at the age of 50 after a long and bravely fought battle with colorectal cancer. Even in her most difficult moments, she remained open with her fans, turning pain into purpose and visibility. Born into a legendary family in Rio de Janeiro, Preta embraced her heritage but wrote her own story. In 2003, she burst onto the music scene with Prêt-à-Porter, a bold debut that defied genre rules and flaunted self-expression. Her powerful voice blended pop, samba, MPB, and funk into something uniquely her own. Albums like Preta, Su Como Su, and TodaY's Cores didn't just entertain, they told stories of pride, struggle, love, and identity. With 18 singles charting across Brazil, 2 live albums, and countless collaborations with icons like Gal Costa and Pablo Vittar, she made her mark as a musical pioneer. Her sold-out tours, carnival performances, and festival stages were filled with joy, unity, and a message. Everyone deserves to belong. Preta also lit up screens, acting in soap operas and hosting a talk show that was just as bold as she was. But perhaps her greatest role was being unapologetically herself. She posed nude on her debut album cover, spoke freely about her pansexuality, and stood tall in a society that often tried to shrink voices like hers. She didn't just break taboos, she danced through them. Her activism was as vibrant as her music. Preta championed women's rights, racial equity, LGBTQ+ visibility, and body positivity. She inspired generations to be proud, loud, and kind. In her final chapter, Preta faced illness with grace and honesty. She traveled to the US for treatment, speaking openly about cancer, removing fear for others facing the same. She passed away in New York, surrounded by hope and love, as she prepared to return home to Brazil. She is survived by her beloved son Francisco and granddaughter Sol de Maria. Her voice, legacy, and light live on through them, and the millions she touched. As her father Gilberto Gil said, Preta filled every room with truth and joy. That joy now belongs to all of us. Tributes to Preta Gil. She's the reason I ever watched soaps, one longtime fan wrote. Lisa wasn't just a character, she was an era,